All right, y'all. Welcome back to another Morrisbros Sports YouTube video. Today we're going through college football Saturday, early plays for college football Saturday. I know it's early, it's Wednesday, but these lines are already bumping, so I wanted to get them out to you while I take them. I took them yesterday. They've already bumped some yardage, but I still like them enough to give them to you now. If you're in premium, you got them before they're bumped. That's why it's important to be in premium. And speaking of which, premium is still 40% off the season and monthly pass. Next week, after this weekend, it'll go down to 30% off. Once these 6 are sold out, I'm not restocking any until Saturday morning, so you might miss some slips if you don't get in now. But they will be linked below in the description, and the promo code will be automatically applied in that link. So just check out the description below, click one of those links if you want the season or monthly pass, and get 40% off. The day pass is not 40% off, but you can buy the day pass if you want. The link will be down below. And then as far as apps go, both the slips I'm giving y'all are going to be on Dabble today, but make sure you go ahead and download Sleeper because we do use that in premium. They just don't have any lines out for college football yet, so we're waiting. But code Morrisbros on Sleeper will give you a 100% deposit match up to $100, which is very, very nice because you can use that extra 100 on football slips and help build your bankroll. Also, if you sign up on Sleeper, I'll give you a free month of premium. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. However, for Dabble, I will not be giving you a free month of premium if you use my code, but I appreciate it if you do. The reason I give you a free month on Sleeper but not Dabble is because Sleeper gives me a higher CPA. They give me double CPA, which means they pay me twice as much as Dabble does per acquisition. So it's more worth it for me if you sign up on Sleeper, but Dabble gives you a free $25, so more people tend to sign up on Dabble just because of that free $25. But Sleeper gives you a free $100 if you put in $100. So it is what it is. But if you use my code on Sleeper, shoot me a DM on Instagram, free month premium. But make sure you do sign up on Dabble, get that free $25 because it's free. But both code Morrisbros. Now let's get into your free play. Like I said, some of these lines are already bumped. Harrison Wallace, I think, is bumped 10 yards. Simmons is bumped like 9. Caden Lee is still at 50. And Jordan Tyson should be at 91.5 still. I like Jordan Tyson all the way up to 105 yards this week. So if he's at 105 or less, take him. But this is your first play. The Ole Miss boys against Kentucky and Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. Jordan Tyson saw, I think, like 16 targets last week, which is fucking insane. I think he's one of the best wide receivers in college football, and he doesn't get looked at like it because he plays at Arizona State. But trust me, this guy is fucking elite, and I love him. I loved him last year, and I love him this year. I truly think he's I think he's like a top 5 wide receiver in college football. If not top 5, top 10. But Harrison Wallace is from Penn State. He played really well last week. I think he had the most targets on Ole Miss. And then Caden Lee had a down week last week, but also remember that Caden Lee was a fucking very, very good wide receiver last year for Ole Miss. I think he'll be good again this year. I think he just had a down week because they didn't really play anybody, and they were just, whoever was open, they were throwing the ball to. But I think he'll have a bounce back week this week at Kentucky. But I like this Ole Miss stack, and I like Jordan Tyson. That is your first play for college football Saturday. I will be posting more plays throughout the week for college football, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss those because I'm just dropping YouTube videos every fucking day. But make sure you subscribe, like, comment if you like these videos because I appreciate it. I'm trying to grow the YouTube, so I'm just pumping out videos. But for the second play, we're going back to the Baylor boys. They cashed us last week. Hopefully they do it again. Instead of Austin Hawkins this time, we're going Cole Wilson and Josh Cameron with Sawyer Robertson. But they are playing SMU. SMU, their defense is okay, but SMU is really good because of their offense. But we saw Baylor will chuck the ball. Sawyer Robertson, they're not afraid to throw the ball 50 times in a game. And all their wide receivers could honestly hit their lines. But these two Cole Wilson saw like 10 targets last week, maybe more. It might have been more. He had a huge game. And then Josh Cameron only saw like 4 targets, but trust me, he is their best wide receiver, and they want to get him the ball. And I think he'll be more involved in the offense this week. He did hit this line last week with 4 targets. He had 2 catches for 54 yards, but I think he's going to see 4 to 5 catches in this game at least, and he'll probably see a lot more targets because he is their best wide receiver, and I think he'll be way more involved this week. And then we're taking Nico Collins against the Rams. The Rams defense, everybody knows that they're pass susceptible. I don't even know if that's the proper word, but they're terrible against the pass, all in all. And we also know that Houston doesn't really have a running game right now with Joe Mixon out. Nick Chubb is there, but Nick Chubb is kind of, I don't want to say washed, but he's not the same as he used to be. So I think they will be throwing the ball a lot in this game with Stroud. I like Nico Collins for 76 receiving yards over. But yeah, that's your second free play, 10x here. On Dabble, that's why you also need to have Dabble, because if you took this slip on like Prize Pigs or Underdog, you would not get this payout. You're going to get like 6, 7x. 6, 7. Same with this play. You're going to get 6, 7x. Sorry. All right. Also, if you like straight bets, over-unders, money lines, spreads, you name it, prophetx is your place to go. Use code Morrisbros. That's where I take all my straight bets at. So if you like straight bets, that's the place to do it. If you use my code on prophetx, I'll also give you a free month of premium. You just have to shoot me a DM of proof, and we'll get you hooked up with a free month. So yeah, there's your 2 free plays for college football Saturday. I know it's early, but these are the ones that I like for now. We also have 2 more out in premium already. So we have 4 total slips out in premium right now. If you want to join up, the link is in the description below. The sleeper codes, the Dabble links, the sleeper link, the Dabble link, and the prophetx are down below as well. So if you want to download those apps, click the description and click the links in the description. Use my code Morrisbros, and yeah, get some free bread. But 2 free plays. If you want, join premium. You should. After this week, it'll go down to 30% off instead of 40%. So now's the time to join. But other than that, that's all I got for y'all. We will have another video out for you tomorrow, as always. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and blow up my YouTube, because we're trying to grow this shit. And I'm going to post every single day. All right. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one.